in a world of nonsense and ridiculousness, a lovable band of fools debate the pressing subject of pushing toy soldiers around very small trees and hills in a made-up fantasy world. Come with us as we join Dan, John, and Matt, well, sometimes, but not very often, as they tackle the 4-foot snake!
And we are live.
Good.
And joining me on today's vidcast, whatever, vlog. I don't quite know what the in thing is now for people to be called, is Bob.
Good evening.
The ultimate troll himself. But this time I've got the controls of all the different banners and logos and things to flick on. So Bob's just here to provide his expertise and inside knowledge of the evil lists that have been turned out by Richard and Martin today. So we've got lists out, and I'm just showing Richard's now. They're both undead players. So obviously, this is the Kings of Hearts round 2 game, and it's control scenario using quite a unique map. Which various different people have described as looking like various different things. Tadpole is mentioned. Various other things have been mentioned as what it can be, and we're all intrigued about what's going to happen to the horse on top of the pub, which seems to change in each map change. So Richard Laking has got his list out here, and it's It's actually a really nice balanced undead list. So he's got two hordes of revenants, both with rats, 2 wraiths troops, revenant cavalry regiment, and a werewolf horde. So a bit of fast attack, nice attacking force there. 2 balefires, which is a controversial choice. Normally people go with 3 or none. So 2, interesting approach there. A Gallblight, which does appear to be appearing in most undead armies at the moment. It's a new addition for version 3. Bob, have you found it useful when you've seen that being played? I don't remember much of it.
Yeah, it is. It's like a baby giant, but it's a baby shambling giant that can be surged. And with it being on a 50 square base, they're really, really nice addition to an undead battle line to take some of those flanks, and it can stand quite a bit of damage as well. Yeah,
dash 17.
Dash 17, defense 5. It's the D6 plus 6 hits, hitting on 4s. It can be a bit swingy in combat, but like I say, you get it surged into somebody's flank or rear, it can really help out combat.
Yeah. And then we're on to the 3 heroes, the back of the list. So we've got Vampire Undead Pegasus, which is a beautiful, I think is a very useful model for 235 points with Blade of the Beast Slayer. That's actually great for killing heavy, large infantry or large cavalry. We have a Lich King who's got Fly, speed 7, and a Necromancer there as well. So with Bane Chant. So we've got heal, bit of Bane Chant, some surging. So it's a nice balanced rounded list with a total of 12 units and unit strength 18. Obviously, because of the scenario, that's going to be quite useful. Right, onto the filth that is Martin's list. So Martin has been paying too much attention to certain people on the internet that Revenant Cavalry are the unbeatable filth. So he's brought all the troops. So he's got 2 troops of Revenant Cavalry, 3 regiments of Revenant Cavalry, and 2 hordes. One of the hordes is Brew of Sharpness, so hitting on 3s. And one's got Suggestive Boot of Striding.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah. And just to balance things off, as being 2 Lich Kings with Drain Life 7, so that is nasty. One's got Boots of Levitation, so that is a mini Morgoth. And just because you want to have the mini Morgoth, you might as well get the maxi Morgoth with the Unholy Levitation and Drain Life 7. So both of those 2 guys can effectively fly nice long distance and then cast their spells.
With Surge 30 between them. Surge 30 with all that Revenant Cavalry as well.
Yeah, so I think the guys have just started, or about to start, and if I run the banner, I should be able to tell you who's playing where. And what I will do is maximize that screen, full screen there, and there we go.
Yeah.
So Martin's first turn.
Yeah, Martin's playing bottom to top, is he? Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Live.
Right.
Yeah, so Marty's going first and heading up from the bottom to the top. So there we go with Revenant Cavalry straight up.
Yeah, you see, he's put his two big hordes right in the centre. Fairly, I see this a lot with the tadpole thing in the middle. People want to dominate that area there, especially in the control scenario where you're defending your 2-point sector and they're attacking your 2-point sector.
So is that critical bit between the hill and the pub? Really important.
I mean, you can get stuff tucked in there, and it's protected on both flanks and the front, especially if there's not a lot of Pathfinder. And neither army's got a great deal of anything that is going to do well fighting across that terrain. So you've got the one-shot J-boots on one horde. But apart from that, everything else is going to be hitting on 5s.
Well, the Brew of Sharpness makes them hitting on 4s again. But
the other horde. But I mean, it still means it's cutting down on its effectiveness. It just makes them a normal Revenant Cavalry horde.
Yeah,
they're hitting on 4s, but they will lose their Thunderous. They'll take a point of Thunderous off them.
Yeah,
and there's not. He's not got. He's got Bane Chant on Morgoth, and he's put Bane Chant on one of his other Leash Kings as well. But there are only 2 of them. I would expect to see that vampire going out trying to hunt some of those Leash Kings down.
Yeah. I mean, that's certainly what I'd be doing with is trying to kill those as best I can, get rid of those the Lich Kings. And if he's daft and put Morgoth anywhere near anything, you take the charge. Just keep him pegged down. Yeah. If anybody wants to play this map, if you go on Universal Battle and search for KoH, you'll see the round 1 and round 2 maps are on there. So these have been created specifically for this tournament and are different and unique and challenging and a bit funny as well. All praise to, I think it was Matt G actually, who should be joining us on the commentary at some point in this evening. So I think it was Matt who put it together. So he's bought Boots of Striding. So his leader point there on the cavalry horde is on the hill or in the hill. It's more technical term, without being on the hill. So that means he can see and be seen, but he doesn't get the height benefit of being on the hill. So he can be targeted by the catapults from that position there, I believe.
Yeah, and pretty much the fact that it's all Revenant Cavalry, it's all height 3, so Richard can target most of the units over most of his own units because his Revenants and Wraiths are all height 2. So putting his Balefires in the central position there gives him a crossover fire of pretty much the whole of the centre of the board, which is, I presume, where all the fighting is going to take place.
Yeah. I mean, what have we got at the top here? Let's run through what we've got in different places whilst it's a bit quiet. So on the top of with Richard there, we've got Revenant Cavalry on the left-hand side, then your Vampire and Pegasus, then a Wraith's Troop, Revenant Horde, another Wraith Troop. And looking back again underneath my thing there, that's a Gold Light. Yeah, and the Witch King there. Second Revenant Horde. Necromancer, and then the werewolves over there on the on his far left-hand side, on the right-hand side of the screen there, and obviously the 2 cats at the back.
Yeah, because the werewolves, I expect the werewolves to go shooting off when he takes his turn, because they've got the Helm of Confidence.
Yeah, so, they'll be over here. They want to be over here, don't they? And taking out. They want to clear out this quadrant here.
Yeah, and the Revenant Cavalry have got Macwire's Potion of the Caterpillar, so they're ideal for fighting in that centre bit. I'm expecting those to be looking for some flanks to turn those Martin's Revenant cavalry at the bottom. Unfortunately, they're a bit outnumbered.
Yeah,
in that bit because he's stacked that left flank more than the right flank.
Yeah,
but then he's not, like we say, he's not got that Pathfinder, so those 2 woods will be a disadvantage for him.
Yeah. This Martin's taken a very much an extreme list on the stereotype of Revenant cavalry lists. So, as I say, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. It could be quite a tactical game here by Richard to try and stop Martin from just steamrolling him. But I can't see him doing that, to be honest. I don't think he's got enough firepower.
No, I don't think so. he's gonna have to be very canny with those Wraith troops, to try and break up that charge to prevent any double charges coming in, and then try and pick his targets. Like I say, he's got the Gorblight right in the middle there, which is higher. It's only height 3, I think it is. Yeah, it's only height 3, but that still means it can see over the units around it. And with him sat there with 2 of his surge casters next to it, the Revenants will take the charge, hopefully a hindered charge at lower effect, and then the Gorblight will just go in and add its fight to the riposte. Yeah. Or having done quite a few of these now and just sat there and laid out my stall, something completely different could happen.
It could do. It certainly could do.
It's happened quite a bit recently that I've sat there and I've given out an analysis of what I think is going to happen, and then something completely different happens, something that we haven't seen that the players have.
Yeah.
Popped his vampire over the other side of the rocks, or he's looking to pop his vampire over the other side of the rocks. To lend a bit more to the centre.
Yeah, I think he's looking ultimately for a flank charge against possibly the Brew of Sharpness. Eventually, at some point, as that steams in, moves forward, then that will come in. And it's got options there. It's got 20 inches, so you can target much anything there. Here we go. Brought out an extra unit. Can he get for that gap? Yes, he can.
Yeah.
So that Revenant Cavalry Regiment there is just standard.
Yeah, it's just a standard regiment.
Yeah.
But so it's what's standing behind it. Is it one of the Leash Kings?
It's the Lich King with Boots of Levitation.
Right.
So I wouldn't be too worried, if I was the Werewolf player, I wouldn't be that worried about the Revenant Cavalry being in charge range.
No, not across a wall and into a wood.
No, that's pretty well. Yeah, it's pretty well knackered.
It's they doing that and then somehow surging moving and surging that troop into the flank of it afterwards.
Yeah, but that's only going to move. So look here.
Well, it could move 8, and then he's got surge 10 behind. If he could get somewhere useful.
So he's only going to go to there. So I would put the werewolves. I would personally put the werewolves further over. I think they're a bit too tight there.
Yeah,
I'd have brought them into that area there because that wall's going to be a pain in the ass for them.
Yeah,
Pathfinder doesn't help with climbing over walls.
No. So
shooting.
So he's going to see if he can take that troop out.
Good shout. Yep. Nope. Nope.
Oh, what was that about the chances of UB dice rolling the same combination straight after?
Yeah, it doesn't happen. Can't happen.
No.
Absolutely, definitely didn't happen there.
Wow.
Not even D3s this time.
Yeah, in his last game, he suddenly got to a point where everything stopped hitting.
Was that the one I was on with the werewolves?
That's right.
Yeah. 18 werewolves, none of them hit.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, turn 2.
Turn 2 for Martin. So we're going to probably see some action now.
Yeah.
I get the impression this game isn't going to last a very long time.
No, because I don't think there'll be much in the way of grind, unless Richard can pick and choose. But he's not got the maneuverability, and he's certainly going to be outsurged.
Yeah,
but I think he's done the best to cover himself at the moment. We'll just have to see what Martin does. Whether he's going to risk sending one horde in on its own against a Revenant horde, or he's going to hang back and we have a bit of a standoff in the middle.
Yeah. Well, that's it. With the Wraiths just sticking out slightly from the Revenant horde there, they're stopping double charges on the big horde, foot horde.
Yeah. And plus with the defense 6, if they take a hindered charge, there's a good chance that they're not going to pop, even with all those attacks.
Yeah.
And the fact that big hood's got the J boots, it's a one-shot strider. Yeah. Do you waste it on raids, or do you save it for a Revenant horde?
Yeah.
So he's definitely got Martin asking himself a few questions there.
Yeah, you can tell there's some thinking going on here.
Yeah. Well, there's some thinking going on here as well. I'm just looking at it thinking, what would I do? I see he's going to see where he can end up with that regiment. That's the beauty of UB, is the fact that you can just pop stuff on and that. You're not sorting through your pile of spare bases before you go on. Yeah.
Although John Guns has gone old school with cutouts of all his units as well.
I noticed that because I tuned into the game and looked and thought, what the hell's all that down the bottom? And then remembered I played him at the Wish You Were Here, and he had the same thing. Yeah, he's got all the bases that come on with his army, and it's like, right, it does make it a bit cluttered though.
It does, yeah. Certainly when you start playing the some of the scenarios involving a lot of movement around, but it's very much John. He's that's exactly how he prepares for in real life as well.
It is, yeah. And his notebook.
Yeah. It's always a learning experience. So Martin really is thinking about this one, isn't he? He's really thinking what's his option.
Yeah, I think, like I was saying, I think Richard's giving Martin some things to think about.
Yeah, because obviously the boots are striding, can't see an awful lot because they're actually behind that hill.
Yeah, they've got. I mean, they can see the two Revenant hordes and the Wraith troop. Really, it's. I think this is what he's trying to do here, is work out whether he can get that troop out of the way.
Yeah.
Because the way it is at the moment, I don't think that the horde with the boots of striding can get into the Revenant horde at the back. It'll hit the building first if it wants to clear the race.
Here we go.
No. So throwing that one in. Where are they going to go? Are they going to go for the raids?
Yeah, surely. But I say,
well, can they actually? Because they'd be slid quite a way onto the left there if they go for the raids, wouldn't they? They'd have to sit. They're not going to fit in there. They'd have to sit proud over the. It's no use me pointing at the bloody screen. You can't see it, can
you? They're going to be on the hill and over that.
Yeah, but they'll be presenting at least a flank, and he'll just block everything else up.
Yeah,
because none of that. He can't get those. He can't get either of those two regiments in to support.
Nope.
Because I don't think they're in range, and the unit behind the hill.
No, because they're going to get about there.
I can't see it.
Yeah. So they can close off that bit. The boots of striding didn't go far enough to be able to come up here and just cause havoc on the hill. So if he moves his boots, his brew of sharpness horde, to take that unit out here, it's 50-50 whether they kill it. But even if they do kill it, they're going to be sat there. There's not a lot they can do. And then the vampires flying in from the side. The werewolves can potentially even get around there. As well as everything else that's lurking there, and that is a dead 300-point unit.
It is.
Okay, so he's moving his regiments around on the.
Yeah, I think he's trying to work out where they're going to be best to threaten, to stop stuff from going in to support the centre. But
has he forgotten the werewolves have Pathfinder?
Do they have Pathfinder? Werewolves?
Oh,
Helm of Confidence. No, they're not Lycans.
I don't like it.
So they'd be hitting on 4s. Crushing strength for 1. So 4s and 4s with 18 attacks.
4 damage.
They're not going to get rid of a regiment on their own.
No. You'd still take that charge though to stop them. Just to hold them back a bit. Problem is then you're going to get your flank charge from.
Exactly. Yeah.
Be a flank charge. Yes, it'd be a flank charge then from the troop.
Well, no matter where they are, because he's got a surge caster behind, he could move them up and surge them in wherever he wants. Once they've committed, once the werewolves have committed into that regiment, that troop can pretty much pick where it wants to go.
Okay, we've got Matt G coming in soon.
Okay. And the fact that the two regiments on Martin's left flank are both sitting in terrain as well. He hasn't moved them up clear of the terrain.
Yep.
Means that if they do get a chance for a charge, they're both going to be hindered as well.
Yeah. Here we go. Hey!
Hello.
Hey, it's Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hello. How are we doing?
We're doing very well. We are live. We're early. We've thrown everybody out.
Right. Fashionably early. What have I missed?
Well, we've got Martin G on the bottom.
How's he got there? 2 hordes
lots of Revenant cavalry. Yeah, so it's just people who are just joining us who actually stuck to somewhere near the proper time here. We've got Martin's Revenant Cavalry Regiment, Revenant Cavalry Horde with Boots of Striding, Revenant Cavalry Horde with the Brew of Sharpness. We've got a troop of Revenant Cavalry, a regiment of Revenant Cavalry, and another troop. Then we've got Morgoth, a Lich King with Bane Chant, and Lich King with Boots of Levitation. So there is no subtlety at all in this list.
And this is turn 2, I'm guessing? Turn 2?
Yeah, it's Marty's turn 2. So Richard has a rev. There we go.
Bosh.
They're not going to fit. He's going to have to slide them across. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he just needs do a slight pivot and then back in. So Richard's got Revenant Cavalry Regiment top there, Vampire and Pegasus, 2 Balefires, and then we've got 2 Wraith troops, 2 Revenant hordes, Goblight, and some Werewolf hordes lurking there. And character-wise, we've got Necromancer and the Lich King, as well as the Vampire.
Subtle then. Very subtle.
Yeah, pretty subtle.
What's the character on the left next to the rocks?
That
That's
one, Vampire on Pegasus. So Andy Marshall has joined us.
Oh yeah, hi Andy.
So this could all be over by turn 4 by the shark.
It could be.
Saying Bob, I said we can't see this game lasting a very long time. It's all slamming. It's going to be down to how fast
You can munch through hordes.
Yeah.
Or if he does spectacularly fail a surge roll.
Well, he's got Surge 30.
Exactly, you'd have to really screw that.
So the boots of striding.
Do you reckon he's going to surge that boots of striding horde in?
What's happened there?
There on the hill.
I think he created it. He's spawned a new unit.
Yeah, he's just seeing whether he could fit in against that vampire. He can't reach it with the charge, but with a big surge roll, he could get there. But he'd have to, I think, to guarantee that, he'd have to bring one of the Leech King from the centre over to help Morgoth out.
Oh, he won. Yeah, I mean, he's only got a 7-inch move, hasn't it, and be able to cast.
Yeah.
The Lich Kings have got those reanimator rules, right? So they're rerolling on the Revenants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silly.
What's the range of the
12-inch surge, isn't it?
So yes, you can only use Morgoth for surging.
Yeah.
They weren't too far away. So, I mean, the Lich King there with Banechant can surge the Boots of Striding ones in by just a small move and then surging them down the hill. Which is
for extra
move.
TC.
Yeah, but then it's a banzai, isn't it? You're looking then at rolling a 10.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
UB dice.
Famous last words, that isn't it?
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
It's never going to happen. And you never know, the catapults might just blow things up, right?
Well, they both missed in the first turn.
Disaster.
So with they rolled a 1 and a 2, then the other one rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yeah. UB dice, clearly.
It's not UB dice, it's merely confirmation bias. I don't have the that's interesting.
No.
Quick. I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, I threw that one in.
So that Rev Cav Horde has charged some whites?
Some wraiths. A troop of wraiths there. They've got the Brew of Sharpness, so they'll be hitting on 4s with TC1, so 4s and 5s.
It's not a done deal.
No, it's not a done deal. Like saying that before. They're at dash 12, aren't they? So there is a chance they might survive. In which case, he's going to be there with a Goblight in the front.
Yeah, but what's going to those Revenant hordes on foot aren't going to munch through a horde of cav, are they?
No, they're not. But they're certainly going to slow it down for a bit until he can bring other stuff into bear.
And is that werewolves skulking out in the woods on the right-hand side?
Yeah,
there, right?
it's werewolf horde facing off with the Revenant Cavalry Regiment, which we were discussing before because he's got that troop back in support. But he's moved the Surge Caster now. But that guy's got the Boots of Levitation, so he can move 14 in still cast. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can that werewolf horde get a flank charge on the troop, I guess, not the horde?
Yeah.
They're not going to fit around that.
Yeah, flank charge on the horde.
But can it fit around the back of that troop?
We just measured, yes.
He measured it before, didn't he? That's what he was doing when he was moving.
Yeah, but not with
It'd have to be the angle, wouldn't it? Coming across rather than kind of perpendicular and that way.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make it through there now.
Or that way? That way.
That way.
Well, he measured a Revenant Cavalry troop and that fit through, and that's 5 mil less than the.
Yeah, but wasn't that before?
5 mil more than the.
Before he moved them, though. Was that the gap between the horde and the
gap between the horde and the building? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it can go down pivot 90 and go in.
Magic. Here we go.
I like the way it's referred to as magic because it's undead, right? There's no shooting; it's just magic.
Well,
hold on. He's not going for it, is he?
And why not? He hasn't got lots to lose. Well, I suppose it might open up a juicy flank.
Look, a gorgeous flank.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
fumbled.
He's-
I think you might be all right.
Oops.
Yeah, that's not
Has
good.
he managed to get the other guy in? He's going to rethinking it now.
Protecting his. No, it's the front. That'd be still a front charge. I'll say, is he trying to protect the boots of striding from a flank charge? But it's not. It's
No, because they're still at the front.
still front. So front charge from the cavalry. Front charge for the. Yeah. Okay. So he's not gone far enough to be a mess. That could have gone.
Who's the guy standing behind the Goblite?
Necromancer?
Is Lich King.
Another Lich King.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 3 Lich Kings on the table at the moment.
I presume they've all got drain life.
Yes.
No. Richard's Lich King has got Surge 10 and Heal 6. So he's gone for the touchy feely Lich King rather than the Blasty Death Lich King.
There's a snazzy Bane chant there.
That is quite a flash token.
Oh.
And I guess we are.
He's going to surge them in with them. Right.
Surge, yeah.
So now the Revenant Cavalry are. If they don't get rid of them, the Revenant Cavalry.
I think they'll get. Oh, they haven't got Strider boots, have they? Right?
Yeah.
Yes, they have. They've got the boots of striding, but is he going to pop it on a Wraith troop?
Oh, but what about the ones? So the ones on the left have got the Strider boots, but not the ones on the right.
One's
What
right.
the ones on the right?
Roof sharp.
Ah.
So they've come off
another
their.
snazzy token. Look at that.
Yeah, they've come. He must be using his Strider then if they've come off the hill.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or we didn't watch the discussion we had when I played, arguing about it.
What were you arguing?
It wasn't arguing. It was John. I understood it that I wasn't getting anything because I was hindered when I came off the hill anyway. And then the comments all saying, "Well, hold on, you get +1 for coming down the hill, plus your TC1. You only lose TC1 for going through hindered. Therefore, it's still TC1."
No, it isn't because it's got to be an unhindered charge coming off the hill to get.
You want to get it. Yeah, you want to get it on an unhindered charge. So you don't get +2 then -1. It's just none.
Good rules lawyering. Rules lawyering.
So 3 damage from the regiment, from the troop into the horde.
And there we go. So it's on video record that I knew a rule.
Was the scenario push?
Specific, I haven't mentioned anything about the scenario tonight.
And they're dead.
Is that 8 wounds on them or 7? Well, either way, they're going to be toast, aren't they?
Yeah.
Now, what does he do here?
He can't do an awful lot.
He could probably reform a little bit to stop that flank.
I'm not sure he can because that is.
He can.
Because he can come within an inch of that foot horde, can't he?
For reform, yes.
Yeah. It's just going to pivot it slightly, but it's still.
Or does he think he can't move within an inch? And that's what he's done there. Are you allowed to move within an inch on reform?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether it's overrun or pivoting or anything like that, you can.
Yeah.
If I say stuff with enough conviction, it's right.
Yeah, it becomes a rule. Is he moving backwards?
I think his training wheels came off then.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
I think he's moving back. He's rolled a d6. Yeah, he's moving backwards.
That means that the horde can't get in front, doesn't it? I don't think that horde... Well, can that horde pivot? I don't think it can it? It's not going to be able to get all around.
I don't think so, no. But
can he go forward and then pivot?
It could be...
forward and pivot the other way, so that
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
left side belts it. Yes, I think.
And then you just pick up the place, don't you?
It'll be close because I don't know if it will be able to. Someone get your trigonometry out.
That's fine. That's 6 with 5. That's 11.
Is it all right? Ooh,
Yeah.
That's spicy.
That's 12, isn't it, for a rate?
Yeah. Even with the Bane chant, the hitting on 4s.
You're probably not going to be able to see, but is the Gorblight leader point? Which side of the Wraiths is it?
It'd be on the right-hand side, I think, is it?
Because if you put the Gorblight, the Wraiths, and the Revenant infantry into those sharpness guys, it'll work as long as, I think, the Wraiths go that way, as in left, right.
Yeah, they have to go to the right next to the troop. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to move that way. Yeah.
But will they fit if those? No, the other guys are there, aren't they? Maybe not. Depends what those werewolves are up to.
Well, I would go.
I think the wounds on those raids have just gone. He's just going to put the Gorblight in.
Interesting. Oh, well, those Revenant infantry should absolutely toast that troop.
Yeah.
You never know. He might be able to get those Rev Cav surgible into the flank, still shooting with the catapults on the hill, and then surge in. It's a bit of a gamble, but. Or do you stick the Pegasus in the front and the cavalry in the flank and hope? Not going to be great odds, are they? Well, hang on, can't that Pegasus see the flank of the big horde in the middle?
Oh, yes.
Yes, definitely.
For some extra pip down, but...
Hold on, what's he doing here?
He's doing he's seeing if he can do what we were discussing, but now he's moved those...
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
I think he can, because then... Yeah, it depends what order he puts things in at.
That's it. Yeah, that's done it.
I don't know about that. I'd just go backwards with the Wraiths. They can go back 5 inches, can't they? Go backwards with the Wraiths, chuck the Gorblight in, and
yeah, he's got to put the race that side because of the leader points.
So is he working out whether he can do the why
all they have to do is pivot and hit the corner, isn't it?
Slide the Gorblight that way and the Wraiths that way, and then just move forward and pivot the infantry.
Yeah.
And he'd probably be able to get them all in if he did the infantry last. Oh, he's chucking the vampire in as well.
Yeah, he wants the vampire in there.
I don't think that's going to pop him.
No, because that's going to be hindered from running into the water.
Yeah.
Stupid water.
And then the Rev cavalry in the flank of them.
Yeah.
I think he's throwing units away though, because none of those are going to pop any of that, are they? Like that horde. What's the nerve on that horde? Something stupid.
-21, something like that. -22.
Let's have a look. -24.
-24. Oh,
I don't like those odds. It's not going to happen, is it?
No. Shouldn't.
It's what, 32 attacks, 4s and 3s.
I'll tell you what he could have done. Could he have surged them in and get them into the flank? No, I suppose not really. And those werewolves definitely can't get in the flank of that horde, right? I reckon.
I don't think they can get through that gap.
So what do you do with them?
Oh, he's going for it.
He's going to go in for it. Because if he can get those in, that's a whole different kettle of dead things.
Oh.
No, he's
blocking it off.
Yeah. Tell you what, if he pivots that slightly better, he's offering a flank. We can't where the unit can't get in. I think he's supposed to do that.
Yeah, but you could probably just surge around it anyway, can't he? Move up and then just pivot.
Yeah, move up. But flip his surge caster back to the other side of the house and
Okay,
surge it in.
that surge caster then isn't doing drain life and isn't doing bane chanting.
Yeah, that's right.
There's two individuals behind that Gorblight and Wraith troop, right? Is one of the,
One's
One's
next,
Leash, one's the Necromancer.
and one of them, what offensive stuff has the Necromancer got? Just heal? Or
He's got Bane Chant, Surge 6. Bane Chant 2, Surge 6.
So if you strip the Thunderous off those that horde, maybe it stands a chance.
And the Gorblights very handily put a wound on everybody. He's got the Cloak of Death.
Yeah. So a bit of healing going on here from Richard. Nice.
Yeah. You see, the problem is though, his catapults are just wasted.
Yeah.
There's a whole round of shooting you can't shoot. Whereas if he'd have tried to line up a surge into something, even if he just shot the cavalry on the left and then surged into them rather than trying to take on that horde, he'd have probably got rid of a unit, which is a better trade than just trying to pop a horde in the flank, which he's not going to do. He's taking the flank charge, right? But
Yeah.
what's that? 36 attacks on 4s and 3s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to pop that horde, is it?
Oh, 16. So that's going to be 12 damage.
Yeah. So he needed double 6 to pop them.
Yeah.
I suppose he has sacrificed his Vampire and Pegasus, meaning that horde can't get anywhere near that horde of Revenants on foot.
Yeah.
By blocking it up. Unless, I suppose.
Oh,
so this is the Revenant foot on the.
Yeah, so there's 11 hits there. We had Bane chanting. So, yeah.
Only 4s, right? So, well, they crush 1.
They crush 1.
He's Bane chanted them.
So, crush 2, so 3s. Wasn't
They
it?
crush 1 natively? I thought that's only the EOD ones.
Ah, no,
Or
you're
are
right. No, you're right.
Because they're defense 5, no crush, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the EOD
sorry.
ones are crush 1, defense 4.
Yeah. So they've just bombed.
I don't think it makes it. Well,
Oh, it's just the Gorblight.
That's a Gorblight, yeah.
4 wounds.
It's a race.
And then 10 from the Wraiths. Oh, 3 hits.
Hold on, why has he rolled it twice? Or is he...
trigger finger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's taking the first result.
Yeah.
And we're crushing 2, so that's 4 wounds. Is it?
Woo. All those Lich Kings have got drain life, right?
All Martins have, yeah.
Yeah. So, so he's just going to swoop in and drain life it all back off again. Along with Morgoth.
Whoa. Yeah, he's
86. Vampire whiff.
Vampire
Oh,
whiff.
that's-
But even if it hadn't done, what's it going to do? Like,
Well, it's going to do less than it would have done if it had hit at 4 times, wouldn't it? But yeah,
just farting at them.
Yeah, that was... yeah, he went too quickly. A bit of premature action there.
yeah. So it's got 8 wounds on that.
Yeah. So
that
16 hits from the Revenant Cavalry coming in the flank.
6 wounds.
Oh,
Yeah, but what was he expecting? Like,
Yeah.
That's not crazy.
Yeah.
Just ask Nick Williams, right? That's 8 wounds, which would have been average, plus or minus 2.
Yeah.
yeah. Well within standard deviation, as one of my club members likes to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well within. It's never going to happen. It's nothing that. Come on, Richard.
yeah, there was a bad choices there. So
I think he should have kept on looking at either getting that Revenant Horde into the sharpness horde, or doing what we said before, pivoting it so that it clipped into the strider horde, and then he'd have had the Revenant Cav in the flank and 25 attacks in the front from the Revenant infantry.
Yeah,
I mean, all right, it'd be hitting on 5s, but it'd have been more than 6 wounds.
Would have blocked things up as well.
Matt Green's coming. I didn't miss that much, but everything's already over the river.
Yeah, it's just going to turn into dice and individuals influencing it now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, and not those catapults not firing at anything is a big, because what they're going to fire at now for the rest of the game, everything's going to be in combat. Everything's height 3, right?
Manage your expectations. Oh dear.
So yeah, this could be over fairly rapidly here if you're not careful.
But it's Kings of War. It's never over till it's over, is it?
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah.
you look at it and you think, yeah, it's dead. And all of a sudden,
there's no way I can lose this game.
Swung back. Yeah. So that wasn't unexpected.
Yeah.
But they're hitting on 5s, wounded on 4s.
I bet those werewolves end up wavered.
15, 17, do you think so?
Only because every time I've played against werewolves, looking at you, Danny Graves, they've ended up wavered. They just sit there, just go, yeah, I can take it. Oh, I'm just going to stand here. Just going to stand here.
They do have a reputation for actually just not doing very much, the werewolves. I don't know. So, do you think that regiment down here is going to stay there for the entire game?
I was just thinking that.
Claiming that one point. And that one there is just going to stay there, claiming that point.
And so, did Richard go first, or did Martin go first?
Martin went first.
Martin went first.
So if he absolutely needs to, he can bail out and try and just surge one of them into a segment that he needs. Much the same way as Ed the other night, right?
Yeah. Ed just set up between the hill and the house, and then right at the end started bomb bursting all his shamblers out.
It's just going to be a massive grind fest in the middle there, isn't it? But that...
I think it would have been if they were square on, but he's losing that cavalry this turn. He's going to lose the vampire this turn.
Yeah, nothing's inspired around there, is it? If those werewolves on the right do go down, it's not looking great.
Well, they've got the Helm of Confidence, so they're actually self-inspiring.
I don't think I'd be that confident in their position.
No, but...
Hold on, what's the... Why has that regiment moved out an inch?
No, the other guys they charged the vampire, so they've moved over.
Ah, right. Sorry, missed that.
Oh, now he's going to... Oh, that's cheeky. He's going to move around the back and then surge him into the rear just to be sure. And then that sets him up nicely to be setting to the flank of that Revenant Horde in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
Which now I don't think will be able to charge. Well, even if it charges that horde of cavalry, I don't think it's going to pop it in one with the hindered charge, is it?
No.
Stupid lake.
Whoever designed this map, Matt.
Neither of these sides have got Pathfinder. Neither of them is advantaged. I don't know what you're talking about.
Before you came on, we were intrigued about what's going to happen for map 3 and what state of the horse is going to have on the pub roof.
Well, I have a kind of a small amount of ideas. I'm running out of them, so we'll have to see what I can figure out. I can't remember if there are 4 or 5 rounds in this. I think there might be 5. I'm definitely going to be scraping the barrel by end of 4, I think.
I thought it was only 3, actually.
Only 3?
Yeah.
Quick, Matt Green, tell us how many rounds are there?
Matt, we've not paid any attention. Are we playing 3, 4, or 5 rounds for this tournament? He's now going away to find out by looking at the blog, finding out.
Well, I could do that if I'd have bookmarked the blog page, which I've forgotten. 444?
4. 4. 4. 4. 4.
4. 4.
I think he's got some sticky key action going on there.
What have you done to that keyboard to knacker it like that? I wonder if Matt's got us streaming on his big TV in his front room. Hello. This is playing the YouTube thing.
There's not a lot to say about what's going on, though, is there? There's just a bunch of skeletons trying to whack another bunch of skeletons.
Yeah.
But I suppose I was just about to say, at least the ones coming off the hill into that Pegasus are going to be hindered. As I realise they're coming into the flank of the Pegasus, and it's not going to make a blind bit of difference, is it?
No, not really. Many attacks.
Did they use their Strider boots last turn? Do we know? They must have.
Yes, they used the Strider boots against the Wraiths.
So it'll be 5s and 4s. And what's that Vampire Pegasus? Like 12, 14 or 13?
Are they crushing 1, the cavalry?
He's 14, 16.
Ooh. The cavalry off the hill will be TC 1,
No,
right?
They're hindered.
Yeah, but there will still be TC 1.
They're crushing 2 no. TC 2 no.
They lost the TC because they got walloped last turn.
This is true.
So
they've lost all of the TC, haven't they?
5 and 5.
5s and 5s. Not on 64 attack. Quick, someone do some math. 64 attacks, 5s and 5s.
20 odd hits and
it could be all right.
6 or 7 wounds.
I'd fancy those odds. Yeah. Unless he drain lifes them, which I don't think he'll be able to see, will he? Because the Pegasus is going to be too short.
4, isn't it?
Yeah, it's higher.
Vampire 4.
Yeah, but aren't the cavalry on the hill still?
Yes.
So the Lich is behind and Morgoth can't see the vampire, right?
Ooh. Shooting. Right, let's see. Yeah.
Hold on, why did they just move up?
Because he's surged them. He's got 5 for his surge.
Which is not quite what he needed, is it? Is he just shy of it? That's exciting.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference.
The other fella's not in range to.
What's he doing? Bane chanting, maybe? Yeah, he needs
to
Bane
chant.
They get Bane chant 3? That's ridiculous.
Do
they still get to re-roll if it's going against the Revs? Or is it only like heal and nonsense?
That's drain life against the werewolves.
It's just surge and heal, isn't it?
There's
some
good stuff there. See, that one wound is going to make them waver.
You're convinced of this, aren't you? You're convinced of it.
Convinced. So interesting. Those cavalry off the hill haven't been Bane chanted into that Vampire and Pegasus, so they're going to be 5s and 5s.
Yep.
Who did he countercharge with the sharpness guys? Was it the Wraiths or the Goblight? Because he couldn't move across either way, could he?
Well, I mean,
he could have. No. Yeah.
Oh. So this is flank attack. 20 hits.
9 wounds.
Yeah.
Still could survive.
He's got 5.
16.
No. 16.
Not enough.
talking about.
Off they
The
go.
dash 17.
Yeah, they're gonna love. Interestingly, I don't think they can.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, they're only dash
16.
That's
Yeah.
17. Sorry, dash 17.
dash 17. Well, he's got
Yeah.
9 and 7.
7 is
16.
why have they gone?
Oh, there's a dread floating around. Oh,
Ah.
bloody Morgoth.
Is he within how much?
Yes.
Broken.
Ah.
It was looking all right for a minute then. It's
Yeah.
all gone pear-shaped.
Judge
You never know.
Dredd.
Those catapults might wake up and start just nuking units.
Okay, so this is the cavalry on the vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, 7 hits. Look at that.
No, hold on. That can't be.
That
It's
must
an
be the ones in the
unfit.
front of the wraiths or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Because I was just going to say.
Still not
Because
very
it'd
good.
be 64 in the flank of the vampire, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there they go.
He can't really reform them, can he?
No.
Maybe he just backs off the Gorblight, causes a wound to everything, and then just tries shelling that lot in the middle.
Mm.
As you're moving back.
Yeah, he's got the room too.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Does that mean the Gorblight can flank the other ones if they survive?
Yes.
I think there's a slight gap
Oh,
there.
yeah. No, you can't see them. And they're out of art.
He can just walk over and then get surged by
Yeah,
one
you can.
of the monster or behind him.
He might struggle to surge in. Can he get close enough to get the angle? Because he's not going to be able to get within an inch, is he?
What's his move? His move's 6, so yeah. He can walk right up, can't he?
Okay, so the slap fest going on with the horde and the troop has caused 1 damage.
Yeah, that horde really needed to shift to that troop last turn, and then it would have been interesting.
There we go.
29 out of 64. That's tasty. 11.
Yeah, that's better than expected.
Yeah. That's got him.
6, 15. And
Yeah.
again.
He's 14, 16, so it began.
Oh, with dread as well.
And Dread, yeah. Poof.
17, yeah.
What do you do here? Do you just go big and just try and monster into some of them? And
He doesn't want to go too far because where he's now, that everybody else is charging him hindered.
And the Revenants in the front, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But if those Revenants go in the front, they're just going to get flanked out of sight by the... I suppose unless he can shell the ones on the left-hand side.
He's gone for it.
Interesting.
Right. Not got a lot of choice now.
But that means that he's not hindered charging that
Clear.
unit. That's weird. Yeah, and then he can even more definitely get a flank surge from the Gorblight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because it just needs to turn and move up.
interesting.
We'll see what happens.
And
Another 2.
werewolves are not hindered, not wavered. Well, you only did 3 damage, so
Well, they'll slap those guys about a bit, won't they?
Yeah.
yeah. So top of bottom 3, Richard's third turn.
You never know if he can counter those cavalry with the infantry, surge the Gorblight into the flank, put both of the mortars,
Into the
catapults onto the Brewer Sharpness guys, take them out,
Yeah.
and nuke that troop on the right hand side. And they can't fit in there. That's quite fun.
Yeah, I'll say that was a bit of an odd move by Martin charging forward there.
And if the Gorblight flank charges, he won't be able to make a withdraw action because he'll be engaged on 2 fronts.
Yep.
That's right.
So I don't know why he went forward there. That's an interesting choice. No, Richard, don't do that.
Oh, what are you doing?
I suppose he's just assuming he can just slap away at them, can't he? Because he's got impunity. Because as soon as he strips that thunderous charge off them, they're pretty.
Yeah. The wounded are 4s and 5s, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's got quite a high nerve.
Yeah, but what's he going to shoot with his catapults? What's he going to
Nothing.
shoot? He could have at least shot and then surged into them.
One of them could sneak through that, shoot that regiment, but the other one's a bit. It could shoot Morgoth on the hill.
Yeah. Not a bad
On
shot.
6s.
Yeah, go for it. We got no choice. You might as well just roll dice.
Yeah, but he's. Oh. He had a get out there, and I think he's nuked it. Because if he'd have punched through that horde in the middle,
yeah,
then the Gorblight can start threatening all around the back and.
Enchant on the
guys going into the cav.
Hopefully, that's what I expect to see.
But do you want to kill them? And then get double charged by...
Double charged. One hindered, one not.
You kind of want to just hold them up until you can get something round the back.
Well, perhaps that's what he's hoping the Goldblight's going to do. Do enough damage. What, crush 2?
With 5 attacks? 7 attacks? Something like that?
D6 plus 6.
Yeah.
So,
even if he gets 12 attacks, he's hitting on 4s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to take that horde. He hasn't gone big on Drain Life, so he can't.
Yeah.
What's he going to shoot there? Oh, he can see over the top of the Revenants, can't he? Because they're only height 2. So they can. Oh, crikey. They can both hit those guys, but. Finally a hit.
Yeah, 1 damage.
Well, they've only fired in 2 turns, and that's the first hit. So
yeah.
I think they're due a bit. Perhaps maybe next turn.
Now what's going on? Drain Knife?
No.
Or is that the number of... Hang on, he's hit once with a 6. Is that right?
Hit the first one got double 1. Second one got 1 and 6. Hits to
D6.
No, that's a separate attack.
What's that?
Well, the only thing he's got 6 is heal 6 on the
maybe yeah.
6.
So is he healed 3 wounds off something?
Yeah, the Revenant Horde's got back down to 0,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, Revenant Horde over here.
But wouldn't you heal the werewolves because they're more in trouble? Like that Revenant Horde's not going anywhere against a troop of disordered cavalry, is it?
Oh, Richard.
It's really easy to be really critical when you've had drinks from the other side of the world, isn't it?
I think.
Or did he drain life? Why are there 3 wounds on?
He hasn't got Drain Life.
He's got Drain Life.
Oh, he's only done 3 wounds against. All right, okay, yeah, because he's not got any crushing strength yet. 10 attacks.
Yes.
4 hits. 3 wounds.
Yep.
2 wounds.
First 5.
Because he's only crushed 2.
All right. That's a bit pathetic, isn't it?
And this is against
14.
the troop. Are they dead?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Now that's handy.
Because he can put that into the support the Goblite next turn, depending on what happens with the werewolves.
If he advances, then he can advance pivot next turn and get a flank, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
So gargoyle, werewolves
7.
10 hits.
7 damage.
7 wounds.
Still not going to knock them out.
Yeah, but that's
It's
good
10.
because he probably doesn't want to knock him out unless
One shot.
9, 16. They're dash 17, right?
That's
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
So
Because he can't multi-charge, can he? Because they can't shift over far enough. And I don't think you
No.
can get that troop round to get a flank on the werewolves, right?
No, not with.
Even if he moves straight up and then
And
pivots 90, can he clear the back of that regiment?
Yeah, I think he cleared back of the regiment.
But he's going to be hindered going in the
Oh,
flank.
he'd be hindered, yeah.
So far, dice say no, says Richard.
And thankfully, you can't see the flank of that other Revenant Horde. Ah, see, that's what he was lining up for the last time. Maybe he can sneak past the back of that regiment.
He's only got 8 movement, hasn't he?
No, but he could have got... If the Revenant regiment hadn't have advanced, I think he could have snuck round the back and get a flank attack on them.
Yeah.
I've just realised everything's mirrored, right? So I'm pointing that way.
Yeah, it's all right
Not
because
that
I was pointing at the screen before, and then realised the futility of it because nobody could see it.
No, we can see what you're doing. It's that one there. It's easy. It's that one there.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
What's that unit doing there?
Oh, disaster. I can't even fiddle around with settings. That's just going to confuse me.
What are you drinking, Matt?
I'm drinking locally sourced and delivered to my door from the Kronk's Brewery,
Ah,
made 3 miles from my house.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do a good box deal and deliver it by hand within a couple of days.
Oh dear, they've lost audio.
Do you want, so we bring them onto our share and do from here?
I don't know.
What are they on Messenger or?
No idea.
Have they been drinking? In other exciting news,
Oh, they're all
Look.
good.
I've got some more miniatures today. Yay!
Yeah.
Are these your
she's-
abyssal doggies?
They're going to be wild panthers for my dark herd army.
You dark herd.
Well, because all the herd armies seem to be very nice and pleasant.
Yeah,
and,
they're all based on the Narnia design, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're all.
I have realised though that for 5 extra points, I could just take harpies.
Harpies. Which are better.
More attacks and fly. And yes, I know Sam's watching. There's a big debate about yes, but you don't lose nimble if you're disordered, and I see that. That's nice. Yeah.
You don't care if your chaff gets disordered. It's usually dying.
Yeah, but
anyway.
it's nice because if it's nimble, then it can just back up 5 inches, pivot 90, and then you can get something else in. Whereas if it's a bunch of harpies, you can just kind of sit there and look like flying things crossed with women. Yeah.
Okay, so what is Martin?
So where
going
did Bob
to
go?
do now? That's a very good question. Where did Bob go?
Are you looking out the window at him?
Yeah. No, I've got the way that I've set up. I've got the screen in front of me has got the Universal Battle, and then I've got a camera right in the middle of the screen, and then the controls are on the. So watching you, I turn my head round.
A disadvantage. I just look like I've been trapped inside and I'm like as white as an A4 sheet of paper currently. I'm not. I think that's just the glow from my laptop.
Yeah, I have that during the day when because my office is south facing, so when the curtains are all open, it's just bright sunshine comes streaming through.
Nah, that's no better.
Where's Bob?
Oh, but they're cracking on, right? They're all good.
Yeah, they're back again.
I'm not sure anything's going to move. And I bet Martin's trying to figure out what the hell he does with those cavalry regiments on the left-hand side now. Those werewolves did a pretty good job on that regiment on the right, didn't they?
That's yeah. 7 damage is.
It's just got so much drain life kicking around, though, that even that 10 wounds and that 9 wounds he's put on those 2 hordes is just going to evaporate. Now the regiment's just running away.
Yeah. It's going to table quarters.
Out of arc of sight.
Yep. Can't be hit by the catapults. Totally safe.
Yeah.
1 point, thanks. Oh no. The Frank computer died. Bob's species crashed. That's why he dropped out.
Oh, well, Matt has pointed out perhaps Jan asked for a gin or a tea.
That is quite. Here we go.
I have no idea what happened then.
The speculation is
one minute, Jan asked for gin. Jan's at work. So no. 1 second I was just looking at Matt's new toys, and then the next thing I know, everything disappeared.
I didn't know she'd gone until Matt went, "Where's Bob?"
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
the Frank computer failed.
No.
But there is life again now. It's alive. Right. So what did I miss?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
The regiment's buggered up to the top left-hand corner.
Yeah, that regiment's gone into a hiding place to claim 1 point.
Okay.
Looks like the Lich King's one with the boots levitation's gone over to the.
He's going to try and surge them into the flank of the.
Do you think he needs about 4 or 5?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Definitely a 4. Maybe even a 5.
Yeah.
He might end up doing what he did with the back of that the cavalry unit.
Yeah, skimming along the edge of it.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Yeah. Well, at least stuff's happening, not like last night where there was massive gaps. You just eventually run out of things to say.
I'm not sure they're using the bottom half of the board particularly well.
What's wrong with this bit?
Well, Martin's protecting his 2-point scoring zone pretty well.
by forcing the battle into the opposite end, yeah. So we've got the Bane
if you're fighting on the opponent's half, it's half the battle, isn't it?
So just thinking about
where he's taking his tokens.
Even if he'd have put that Gorblight into the flank of those Revenants, that horde,
yeah,
I don't think it would have tipped the balance, would it? Because they've only got 9 wounds on them now. The Gorblight's got, between 7 and 12 multiplied by
7
2.
and 12, yeah.
It's and then melee 4. So who knows? It's swingy as hell.
Well, it is. It's double swingy for the.
They'd be hitting on 5s because of the. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best idea. Hitting on 5s
because it hasn't got Strider or anything like that. I don't think.
Unless he was clever and put a character in the water so that he wouldn't have slid down or something. But even so,
I don't think he could have got.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you're trying to do with that cavalry because you can't get through that gap.
I don't know, but if he plonks it there, he's just making it a target for those two. The 2 catapults, isn't he? Because it won't fit through.
I'm guessing that left-hand cavalry horde can't slide any further to the right, so he couldn't have multi-charged.
No, Because it's
that
just
little
on.
corner. I don't know why I'm waving my mouse around as if that's going to make any bloody
There's a Lich King.
The little corner where Morgoth stood is just blocking it from sliding to the right.
That Lich King looks a little bit close to those skeleton horsemen.
Yeah, he is a bit.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to kill anything, but. Oh, has he got it? He's got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, with 7 inches.
So that's
7 inches is enough.
But
it's hindered, so it's 5.
It's hindered, yeah. And because I don't think anybody can help them with a Bane chant.
No, because he's just used the Surge instead of the Bane chant.
Mm.
Okay, what's that?
Double drain life from Morgoth and.
From the ones on the hill. Yeah.
Onto the Gorblight.
Yeah.
It's about average, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. Did he take the wounds off? He took the wounds off the unit, did he? Yeah.
But it's interesting, that regiment on the left-hand side, if the foot revenants counter the cavalry revenants, take them out, they're just going to pivot.
Yeah.
So I wonder what he's... Maybe he's forcing him to pivot, assuming he kills the Gorblight, and then he's got flanks all over the place.
Well, he's not killed the Gorblight.
But then that revenant foot horde is going to go into that
cavalry
horde.
5 more damage.
Shift them, is he?
No, it's not going to shift them.
No.
They're just going to sit there slapping each other with a wet fish, aren't they? It's...
This is the interesting one.
I'm hoping somebody's drinking for every time that somebody's saying interesting. Even if Jan's not here.
It'll be,
interesting.
Be well on the way to being paralytic.
There's a lot of 1s and 2s there. I've got no idea what that's for, but it looks terrible. I bet they end up wavered.
We're on 7 damage.
And 7 is 14, not wavered.
Not
15,
wavered.
17.
They might stand a chance of punching that cavalry regiment.
And you've given it a nice target for the rock lobbers into that Revenant cavalry troop.
Or do you try and target the... Are they too close, though? Is the right-hand one too close to the troop?
It could be, yeah.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9. Yes, he is.
I think you chuck them both at the ones on the... Oh, can the lobber on the left see the regiment on the left?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, you sling them both at that, don't you, in Oak?
Yeah.
You stick the if the Gorblight survived?
Yeah.
Yes, he did, yeah.
Right.
He got another 4 wounds on and then rolled 1 short, mate.
Do you try and go for a flank here? Surely you do.
Yeah, you must
go for a flank surge, surely. What are all these
What
things
the hell?
about?
I don't know.
He's saying countercharge, 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 charge, is he?
I mean, I would move forward with that Revenant horde
and get a
just
1 in
pivot
third.
slightly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because in the flank, they should splat them good, right?
Well, remember, they're going to be hindered, aren't they?
Yeah, but they may... Yeah, but do you take a front charge
with 25 attacks?
Or 50 hindered?
50 on 5s or 25 on 4s. I'm sure somebody can work out the maths on that one.
He's moving stuff about. Let's see what's...
If I hadn't had a couple of drinks, I'd be all over it.
Uh,
50 on 5s is going to be what, like a fair
Be a
2/3
third.
of that, right? It's going to be about
30
18.
attack. Yeah.
And then no crush, so again, a third of that again. It's only 6 wounds. Whereas if you go in the front with the Bane chant, I suppose if you don't surge, then you can Bane chant, right?
Yeah.
So if you go in the front, then you get 25 attacks on 4s, so that's about 12, 13, and then 4s again. It's only 6. Either way, it's not really going to... Might not pop him.
No. Oh, hold on.
He's going in the front.
Go in the front.
Things.
Yep. Front with a Bane chant.
Unless he goes mad and Bane chants something else.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, because he can Cloak of Death, all that lot as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice, because he gets the
There's
characters.
lots of
as well.
things.
Gets Morgoth and the Leash King on the hill as well.
So those cavalry might go down this turn to the Revenants. So who do you Bane chant? Do you Bane chant the ones against the cavalry on the left, or the ones against the cavalry on the right?
Do we have 2 Bane chants?
I don't know.
No, he's only got the one. I think he's only got the one Bane chant. His Leash King's got Surge and Heal.
Oh, so who do you heal? The werewolves, maybe, to give a bit more... I think you've got to Bane chant the ones in the middle, the Revenant on foot, because if they kill, then they can pivot round and protect themselves against that troop of cavalry, potentially. Is that going to be a problem? No.
Oh,
Not if they're not there
Hold on.
anymore. You can't shoot that.
You can't shoot that.
That's a bit close.
Oh, hold on.
I think he's just had it pointed out to him.
There's loads of dice going on. I've got no idea what's happening.
I think that's 1
Hey.
damage. Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
useless. But doesn't that put them up to 2, or did they get drained?
No, there's 1 on the other one last time.
Oh. So what have those 2
Heal.
catapults done all game? They've put a
So they
wound.
put
2
a
points
wound
of
on
damage.
each of those 2 regiments.
Right. That's pretty unfortunate.
Mm.
But if both of those Revenant hordes come up trumps and take out those cavalry hordes, suddenly the game looks completely different.
No
Oh, he
Bane
doesn't
chance
Bane
still.
chant. Oh.
Oh, sad times.
Oh, dear.
Come
Well,
on, werewolf.
Sam's done the maths by the look of things down there. He said 16 to 17 on 5 in the flank, or 12, 13 in the front Bane chanted. But it's irrelevant now because the Bane chanting go off.
Yeah.
This is the werewolves.
Werewolves, 9 hits.
Is that Dan Miner poking? He's just asking a cloak of death on the go blight.
Yeah, he's done the Cloak of Death.
Yeah, in the chat on the game, Vesk.
Oh, right,
Nothing's
yeah.
doing
Dan
floating
Miner,
around in
isn't it?
there. Hang on, is it a free for all? I'm in.
Yeah, he's a free for all. Thanks to the Spanish genius.
He couldn't come on. He couldn't come on tonight, so we've got Sam instead.
So 1 out again. He's getting some unlucky rolls.
Oh,
What's he doing?
It
Oh,
was the Revenant
the
Cavalry
werewolf.
Regiment on the side. He healed the werewolves, so they're back down to 3 now after the life leech on the regiment. But he's put a few extra wounds on there, and he's down to missed it by 1 again.
Yeah. 25 attacks.
So
4s. So
oh,
13 hits.
the go blight was quite good. Rolled a 5, so 11, 8,
4 damage more. 15.
5 wounds.
Still need to go. Oh, come on. Who the hell is the Spanish genius if not me?
I'd have to say Mario Pinas.
Yeah, Mario. Yeah. There's a lot of dead undead horses around.
Are they all dead, Dave?
Dave, they're dead.
I was
They're
able to
all
say
dead,
that.
Dave.
I was able to say that last night. David Fletcher. They're all dead, Dave. Dave, they're all dead.
Well, he's not in a terrible position. Other than those werewolves going down and him not taking out anything with the catapults is bad.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I can't believe all. So 15 on one of them, 13 on the other.
But he'll just drain life it all back in again, won't he? And currently scoring wise, Martin's got top right, middle.
Middle's held by.
What are the Revenant Cavalry Horde 4 or 3? Unit strength.
I think they're both. I think everything's 4.
And the Gorblight's tipping it over.
The Gorblight's tipping it over.
So Richard holds that one. Martin's got top left. Martin's got top right.
Yeah.
But I love that a Revenant Cavalry Horde regiment is.
Where's that going?
It looks like he's going for the balefires.
He's not going to get there, is he? He might get there on. I suppose he might loop all the way around and then get into that. Yeah.
Yeah, to strengthen the.
He's going to go right around the world and sneak up on you from behind.
They'll charge that catapult and destroy it.
Destroy the catapult.
Oh, Dan Miner's left.
Yeah, I like the risque approach to having a commentary on an unlocked game in Universal Battle.
That happens quite a lot, to be honest. Sometimes you can go in and watch the Dash 28 ones. It depends on when they set them up, whether they going away.
I think they're trying to get to.
That? Weren't they facing that way?
They were facing into the centre, so they've just pivoted.
That way.
They've just pivoted and gone downwards.
And running away that way.
Yeah,
to go and claim the table quarter that way.
Yeah, they're going to claim table quarter.
Not quarter.
Sixth.
Sixth.
Yeah.
Bit.
Which is just. So they're just out. They need one more move and they'll be over.
Mm. Or we can just surge him if he really wants, can't we?
Yeah. Playing the scenario.
I suppose those cavalry might not finish the werewolves off. Did he life leech using the werewolves?
Yes, he did, because he was on 4 wounds and then he went down to 3.
Has that leech got fly? That's just legged it.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
Yeah, Lich Kings have fly.
No, it's only got boots levitation, right?
No,
does it fly as well?
They come with fly.
Oh, that's a bit nonsense, isn't it?
It's only 7-inch fly, but it's fly. Yeah.
Well, it's the same as Morgoth is now. And you give them the boots of levitation. It's a pound shot Morgoth, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just going to go off and write an undead list.
Revenant Cavalry, Morgoth,
just take a copy of Martin's.
Yeah. I hear that's the way to do it.
That's a schnizzle. That's the bit that.
If I could be bothered to find them, I'd just go and make an army of lots of troops of placoderms. And try and come up against this and go.
Go on then.
Go on then. I'm defense 6. Try drain life in me or charging me.
Go for it, punk. Make my day.
Well, that's the beauty of UB, isn't it? Because you can just do that. Whatever skew list you come up with, all you do is you go and clone somebody else's stuff, and away you go.
Oh, Richard has said unlucky. I don't know what is unlucky on 5 dice.
Drain life, I think.
Is that only drain
The
life?
fella
Right.
the fella that just drain life 7, and then he
that's done
got
slightly better.
5 hits and no
4
wounds.
It's Pierce 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fella that jumped over the werewolves flubbed his drain life when he got over the other side.
Well, he's not really liable to get punched by anything, is he?
No, but if Richard was feeling really generous, he might lob a couple of balefire catapults at him.
On 6s? What's their? Is their blast D6 straight or D6 plus anything?
It's D3, isn't it?
Was it only
D3 plus
D3?
1.
With shattering, right?
No.
Oh. That's a bit not very exciting. They need to speak to some abyssal dwarves.
Dear Abyssal Dwarf, we would like to know your.
Please supply us. We'd like an arms deal for some rather good catapults, please.
Well, the Abyssal Dwarves are like the Stark Industries of Panithor, aren't they?
Could you make them vicious? Certainly, sir. Well, one of those catapults is definitely going down next turn, right? Bar a double one. And even if it is a double one, it's not firing, so. There's a lot of 1s and 2s and 3s going on there. 16 waiver. Hey, wait, what? Hey, what was that for? 11 plus 5 is 16, right? That should have been a waiver. Unless I've missed something. No? We've lost Bob.
Oh, not again.
I think those werewolves should be wavered. Can you?
32.
He re-rolled the 11 and got a double 1. There. No, not there. Up a bit. There. 16. Yeah, he got 5 wounds in total. Then rolled 11.
5 hits. No, is that 2? No, that's hits, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you got 5 hits.
6 hits. 6 hits. 6 dice there. No wounds.
Yeah.
So and then rolled a nerve 11, but he's got 5 wounds on it. And then rolled a 1. Bizarre, because I think that should have been a waiver. Anyway.
Yes, not broken. It's hard to track sometimes.
That could be pretty big. Because those werewolves will surely finish off that regiment. And if he's feeling... No, I was going to say he's feeling lucky he could overrun and then see if he can take a rear charge. Oh, the Gorblight's gone.
Oh, yeah.
That means the Revenants are then going to be hindered into the horde of Revenants on ponies.
Yes, because of that smidge there.
Well, he could have run the leech round or something like that to prevent that. It might have been a better option.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he'd just snuck it over onto that corner.
Just put it there.
Yep.
And...
Because he's pretty safe there, isn't he? He's not going to still pitch in with drain life and all that nonsense.
Well, I mean, he gets
Heal.
targeted.
He's only got heal, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Those Revenant hordes are still in pretty good shape, aren't they? Woundless and only on 9 with a bit of heal kicking around.
Yeah.
Bob's back.
Hey.
Did you put another 50p in the meter?
Yes. I've no idea what it is. It just locks up and
I'll put
kicks
some
me
light
out.
on. So
Definitely
So
user
looking-
error.
I don't look like
Yeah.
I'm in a black hole Calcutta here now, so I'll put lights on.
Yeah, pilot error. That's what it must be.
Mm.
But Jan's not around anymore, so
Oh well, that was gin error, to be honest.
I've got 2 screens.
Yeah, she was
Crazy. So what's he doing? Is he shot
nervous
anything yet?
about it.
He's hit something. He's hit something with shooting.
Has he hit something hard with shooting?
No.
No.
Surely he's not. What? He's going with some bombs. What? Why not the blooming things on the right that are mashing your werewolves up?
Yeah.
Can you see them? Can the catapult on the left see the troop on the right?
Yeah. No.
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 Okay, right. I'll shut up.
I was healing the werewolves again, is it?
All that healing is doing rather well on those werewolves.
It's keeping them in the fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if they smash those revenants with a bit of knife.
Well, he's come close last time, hasn't he?
Yeah, it was one off. And bench that's now in place. Finally.
Well, they've
But
figured
they've
out what
gone
they're
from
doing.
15 back down to 10, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5s now.
5s and 4s. What's that? 18. Oh, it's the werewolves again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5 wounds.
So,
that should see
5,
him
yeah.
off. 13. Surely.
Go on. Go on. Yes. Yes.
They've got.
I feel we've been a little one-sided here.
Yeah, better. Yes.
We are not the BBC. We don't have to be impartial. So we look at the list and go, yeah, that's just a nasty list. It's
Can
nothing personal.
Martin sidestep that cavalry far enough to then allow him to get a surge flank charge on that Revenant Horde?
Yeah.
It's close, isn't it? He's only going to be able to go another. It's going to go what, 4 inches? I don't think he will. No, the guy's up and to the right,
Yeah.
facing the werewolves.
Oh, the
Can he
troop,
sidestep them and then get a 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. Why not? Pivot.
No, not the. Because you can't pivot after a sidestep.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
the into the horde, the infantry horde.
Hmm.
I don't think he can get there.
I think he might have a problem with the angles and getting past the werewolves and not hitting his own.
Oh, Richard's just been swinging away.
He's not broken. Oh.
Jesus.
He's got,
What are
what's
they
that
hitting them? What are they hitting each other with here? Is it sticks of
Fish.
celery?
They've picked up a load of fish from that pond.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they're,
Oh, there goes one of the catapults.
well, what have they done all game? Really?
Attract the attention of a Revenant cavalry in turn 6.
You've got to be doing something bizarre when a regiment of Revenant cavalry sneaks all the way up the board and charges your artillery.
Well, I did say when we went through the list before you joined, Matt, that it's a bold choice with 2 balefires. The perceived wisdom is none or 3.
What are they? 100 odd points or something?
Yeah, 100 points plus in a bit.
See, I wonder if the way to combat this Revenant cavalry horde loveliness. It's just to get loads of cheap, crappy flyers like gargoyle equivalents and just
Oh
get
yeah,
in the way.
just keep feeding those to them.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see this list against John Gunn's gargoyle flying circus, but also Andy Marshall's multiple flyers list. For the same reason, yeah, you can force it back and just feed cheap troops at it and just wander forward.
Depends a lot on scenario as well.
Yeah. So I wonder what evil Matt's got planned for the...
Maybe we'll play push, Bob.
Well, I'll certainly be in sync with that, won't I? And tonight they're playing push.
Again.
I still think a whole tournament just for you, Bob, where we play push, every round. Sponsored by Salt and Pepper.
Wise words from Matt Green. You don't have to be impartial. Martin chose to take that list.
Yeah, if there's a turn 7, that cavalry horde at the top, the regiment at the top is just going to come steaming into the rear of that revenant horde, isn't it?
Yeah, because it'll take that out, free reform, and away it goes.
Well, I'm just trying to look at what the scoring here is. If somehow those revenant infantry hordes can kill those revenant cavalry hordes, and the werewolves on the right kill the troop and step to the right, can the werewolves take the top right corner?
Yep.
And the regiment at the top doesn't hold anything because it's in the centre now. And can it be outpointed and it ends up being a draw? Or even a win for Richard because he's got the top middle one and the right hand one, and Martin's only got the left hand one.
Bottom left.
Yeah.
Ooh. That puts a different complexion on it, doesn't it?
Because those revenant, those revenant
the cavalry hordes are a lot more damage than the infantry.
Yeah. So if there's no turn 7, it could be Richard's game.
Ooh.
If it's no turn 7 and he doesn't finish off that cavalry horde on the left, then I think it's probably Martin's.
Yeah, turn life.
So even the train life's not coming up, is it? It's only 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 wound, yeah.
And this is Martin's turn 6, and then we got Richard's turn afterwards.
Yeah.
So the werewolves survived the attack.
Mm-hmm. You've got no way of... Can you drag the mouse? You know you can kind of measure distances. Could you drag from the right-hand side to those werewolves and find out how far away they are from the edge? Or even click on the werewolves and it'll probably tell you, won't it? Because you can kind of guess it, or one of the two. Oh.
Yes, I think you could do that. No.
Oh, it's just doing a marquee thing. So what's that? 1824.
24's there, isn't it?
So their right-hand edge is pretty much on the... So no, because they need to sidestep 3 inches. Ooh, they might be on the line then. That could be.
It's not wholly. It's not wholly in, is it? It's majority in.
Yeah, you get, if you're straddling the line, you get to choose which one, don't you?
Even so, I think he's going to do well to get. So he needs to roll a 3 on the sidestep, presuming he kills that troop, which isn't a given.
Yeah.
Alternatively, this is a turn 7, and the revenants on the left kill the cavalry revenants and don't die here.
Yeah, it's majority, but if there's no clear majority, the owning player must choose which square the unit is in.
Yeah. So 15 damage, that's 20, that's not broken them.
But the problem is, even if they kill them and then reform to face the guys at the top, the guys at the bottom can come around and surge into them in the rear. So I think all ends up...
Hold on, 54 attacks. Where's that coming from?
Indeed,
sorry.
War Machine.
30.
Troubles against War Machines, John.
Surely he's got to face them down
Yeah.
in case of a
Yeah,
turn.
there's the
Why
life
is he going
leech.
after the... Unless he's just going balls out and just saying, do you know what? I'm going to reckon I can kill everything in turn 7.
What?
Yeah, he's just
And
left it
table him.
facing the other catapult.
That's very strange. Because he's not going to be able to... well, he's got the surges to surge both of them in, I suppose, isn't he?
Hmm.
So whatever happens with that Revenant infantry on the left, however he pivots them, he should get a Revenant regiment in the rear. In turn 7.
They're on 13, so at the moment he needs 11 to break them. They're on 13 too. So it's all down to what damage he can do on those two
He
cavalry
should see them
hordes.
off, right? Because they're on 13 and 13, and they're both countercharging, so they're not hindered. So it's 4s and 5s, 25 attacks, 12s, 4, up to 17.
But he can bane chant one of them, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really need to heal the werewolves this time.
Well, having said
No,
that, he might
it's
do
bane
better.
Who's
chant.
bane chanting the werewolves?
What's he doing there?
Yeah, that's right.
Then-
It's fine.
Not sure about that. So as it
And
stands,
heal the revenants.
as
for
it stands,
two.
it's 1-1, right?
It's 1 there.
Yeah.
1.
Because the
none.
werewolves are 3, the Revenant infantry are 4, and the Revenant infantry are 4. So that's 11. The horde
Yeah.
is 4, the horde is 4, and the regiment at the top is 3.
2.
3.
So the middle is tied.
Yeah.
So if he nails that troop and there's no turn 7, amazingly, it's a draw. Somehow.
It's been a proper grind fest, hasn't it?
Yeah, even though
Mm.
both hordes are just sat there slapping each other with a wet fish.
Here we go. Combat. Werewolves. 10 hits.
7 wounds.
No, 9 wounds.
9 wounds.
9?
Because they're bane chanted out.
Oh, and a double one.
Oh, no!
Oh, dearie me.
Come on, where's the UB dice?
That's.
Oh, it's still Snake
dear.
Eyes. But definitely that.
It's CS2, Sam. Because the bane chanted.
Yeah, I think he was saying that in order to get... Yeah.
Oh, God. They stayed. The ones in the middle are still there.
So hang on, what's that? So
That's
this,
18.
unless this horde goes down... Oh, God.
Oh, God!
1?
Richard! That's 8, though. That's not bad. It's not enough, though.
It's not enough, though, is it?
22,
6,
right?
10, 14, 22. Yeah, the -24.
Ugh.
Oh, dear.
Well,
Just
he
so
got-
close. But
He did 1 damage. The 25 attacks did 1 damage. Yes, definitely.
Wow.
Oh, he's been diced off this game.
Yeah. If there's a turn 7, it's got to be Martin's game. There
There's no
isn't.
turn 7.
So it's 2-1 Martin?
That's where they start putting the markers out, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, but regardless of...
Okay, so that's top. That's 1, 2.
Oh, so... Oh. So
Well, if he's,
Martin's
if
got
he's
the top left and the bottom left, right? And then the middle, Richard's got. So it's 2-1.
yeah.
Top left, bottom left. Middle's Richards. Yeah.
If only there was a 24-inch long ruler you could use in Universal Battle.
You mean like 24-inch long ruler, the blue one? Yeah. If only.
If only.
Or what John Guns did was put 2 markers out, start in the middle, and just go 12-inch left, 12-inch right, and that's your corner points.
Yeah.
It's dead easy then to see what you're where you are.
It'd be nice if on UB they could overlay like a dominate circle or like grids and stuff into the scenery. I wonder if I might have a play around with that next scenario to see, depending on what the scenario is. That was mad.
So 2-1 to Martin.
2-1 to Martin, and there's a lot of points left on the board as well.
Yeah, because nothing died.
Well, nothing's alive to die anyway, right? It's undead versus undead.
Boom.
And they're all dead anyway.
Pedant.
There's always one.
Apart from the werewolves and the liches, and none of them died.
Right. So that's game over for the evening then, everybody. With that, I think we're going to close the broadcast down. So thank you, Matt, for joining the call, and thank you, Bob, for joining the call.
It's all right.
And thank you, Martin and Richard, for allowing us to look over your shoulder and watch the game. And hopefully,
I wasn't going anywhere anyway.
I did a couple of times.
I was going to go and get my hair cut, but then I realised the hairdresser is still shut, and my hair is. I'm now going hippie length on the back. It's almost a mullet forming on the back of my head, with the bald on top. It's something horrific from middle-aged men should never get to. And with that, I was going to go and
visit a castle or something, but
check your eyesight.
Yeah.
Ooh, political. And on that,
oh, hang on. Sam has said UB1 had a grid you could. Oh, this is UB2, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, UB1 did have one. Thanks, lads. And that one there, the wolves are alive with the sound of howling. So on that, we shall go to the video out. So thanks, guys.
Bye.